Welcome to a new video on how to conquer brutal towers. This will be a live demonstration. There will be a lot of spoilers, so be wary. I'll be starting with the preparation. But first, important information, you can't mount pets, but they can aid you in combat, so be wary. That includes flying ones. You cannot place Waystones. The game just doesn't allow you to do it. You can use a recall statue, but it's not very helpful. That is because you can't use magic mirrors or recall potions. This is due to the biome itself, the Abyssal Rift. You can provisionally use Potion of Wings. You can drink them at a plus 70 Y level, but once you're down, it does not let you. It actually just takes it out of your hand. This also applies to splash potions. Something you can do, though, is drink it and then extend it with wine once you're down there, if you want to do that. You do not get affected by also using the Dragon Potion transformation, as I'm about to show. You can drinking above and below, and for the splash potion version as well. Do what you may with this information. Very useful, be careful. First, I'd like to go over preparation. Make sure you have your maximum hearts. I recommend on the L menu that you'll likely have maximum magic. For attack, I recommend Battle Spirit. You'll probably have 24 for dragon weapons. For defense, I recommend 28 to have Undershare that will save your life if you get hit by a life-ending effect, and Effect Twist is very nice. Agility has Hill Walker. You can also use Ledge Grab, but I'm not going to activate it right now. And I do recommend 24 Mining for a Dragon Pickaxe. On Level Up Reloaded, I recommend to have some sprint speed. I have 7 levels. Some athletics is nice. Maximum attack, melee random crits, and melee damage is very important. Maximum arrow speed for maximum archery. Some archery levels, if you can max it, it's nice. Maximum stealth is going to be a lifesaver. Stealth damage, if you can increase it, is very nice. And sneak speed is not really necessary, but important. Iron Skin is a must-have too. If you're not ready with any of these, just go level them up. For reforging your gear, you can use a lot of different kinds of items. This is for preparation. Just a couple of them are like potion rings are very cheap with just golden ingots. You can also do some of the XAT by using some of these glowing ingots. You can also do dragon weapons with dragon bones, very cheap, and anything that you have a hard time getting, you can use nether stars for. Nether stars reforge everything. You can reforge your baubles second quality, but not anything else. As you can see, the sword doesn't work, but other items that are baubles themselves do get modified. I recommend guarding 1.5 or armored. They're very nice. Some of the recommended baubles are the cross necklace first and foremost. If you don't have that gluten pendant, is okay, but honestly, it's not that good. Pride pendant is my third option. Those are my recommendations. Fire Dragon Eye is very nice. You're going to be using it for fire resistance in a portion of the Brutal Tower. If you don't have that, Ice Dragon Eye is okay. You can also have it just in case it's too cold. Light Dragon Eye is not too good, but it's something. You can use it provisionally. And Ender Queen Crown, I only take it if it's very cold as a secondary head item. Ring of Dragons, if you have this, it'll allow you to fly. It's very unlikely you have it at this point, but do take it if you do. Ring of Resistance is a very, very good one, but you don't need it if you're using one. Fire Gauntlet is a nice choice, and Fail is class 2 if you're not going to be using them instead. Wither Ring is provisional. I don't recommend too much as my last option. Poison Stone is okay, but poison does not apply to parasites, so I don't really like it too much. Broken Heart is a must. This will save your life so many times. I always take it. Teddy Bear is going to be very important, so you avoid both types of fear, Lycanites and SRP. Highly recommend it. Shield of Honor is very good because it gives you a free 5th hit to be ignored and also explosion damage. Antidote Vessel is very rare to get from Mimics, but if you have it, definitely take it. If you don't have any of these or having a tough time, Toolbit is okay. I highly recommend you have an Ankh Shield. If you don't have access to the Ankh Shield itself, at least have an Ankh Charm. These are very important. A last provisional one, if you don't have either of these, at least have the mixed color dragon scale. But yeah, the more you can, the better. If you have the Antidote Vessel, I highly recommend that you do get the End Neptunium armor if you can get it, but it's really hard to. The second best one with Antidote Vessel is the Golem Armor. The third one seems like a throw, but Silver saves you from a lot of effects with a Cure effect by itself. The fourth one, without an Antidote Vessel, is Neptunian Armor. You can use a Pirate Hand instead, so you don't have to get the bonuses that the set gives you. The same story for the Golem Armor. And the last one that I don't really recommend too much, but I'm going to use, is Dragon Scale Armor. If you can use a Pirate Hand instead, I highly recommend it since it is unbreakable. In case you fail, you can get a grave scroll to return where you did fail. You can also use leather armor to have something. I highly recommend a polarized thorn and a broken heart, as well as a potion of invisibility and potion of wings to try to retrieve your stuff if you can. Good luck if that is the case for you. The minimum chances and what I will use are as follows. For my Parrot Hat, which is Unbreakable, Protection 4 and Advanced Thorns 3 at minimum. Protection 4 and Breaking 3 and Mending for every other armor piece. If you can get Advanced Protection 4, that is much better, and any other enchantments will make this much better as well. The building block, you can use anything, but Obsidian is going to be nice because it is unbreakable by parasites. A battle burrito for buffs. This is going to help you for strength, resistance, and a myriad more. Potion of wings for certain uses in certain rooms. The potion of ring resistance is what I'm going to be using. 2 of them, in fact, so I get level 2 resistance. A cross necklace to not die as easily. Fire Dragon Eye, so I can see on the dark. Shield of Honor. The Broken Heart, for the same reason as I mentioned before. The Ant Shield, and the Teddy Bear. I already explained all of these. The minimum amount of enchantments I recommend here are at least sharpness 5. I'm using a saver because it reduces damage. Curse of Position is very important as well. Get as many of these enchantments as you can. If you can get more, it's much better. A Dragon Bone Pickaxe with efficiency 5. If you get advanced efficiency, it is much better for breaking a lot of blocks. A bow, if you can get a better bow than this one, I'm just using this one because it is provisional and easy. A grappling hook is going to be a must. I'm going to be using it a lot in certain portions. A dragon canteen so you can drink water. Obtrusive food. I like cooked Joe Smooth because it gives you speed 3, very cheap. Enchantment med kit so you can heal. A water bucket for further water, and a warp scroll to get out of here. This is your main method to go in and out of the tower. And lastly, do bring an axe, at least a diamond axe. Let us get started with some of the gear review and just making sure that everything is in order. Remember, these are some of the minimums that I do heavily recommend. So if you just want to stop the video here and move forward from there, yeah, I'll just make that recommendation. Small idea is that the teddy bear is modified with cool. So that's why it looks a little bit different. Here I'm starting to go forward on the side because there's a bunch of pressure plates that activate trap arrows, so I broke that. Right here, the idea is that I'm going as fast as I can by eating the cooked joust meat. It gives you speed 3. It's very cheap to make. You can go to the desert to get a lot of these, actually. I am considering on getting the flight potion right here because you actually fly a lot faster than just running. Had a little bit of trouble there. Yeah, let me get rid of these guys. I didn't actually drink the potion. Alright, there we go. Yeah, when you have resistance 3 and protection 4 at least, you actually can shrug off a lot of the damage that you get here. I also didn't receive any fall damage because when you have a flight potion or the ability to fly, you do not get any fall damage. So keep that in mind. A small bonus. Also, there's not really big drops, so that's a small, nice bonus. Here, I am not flying through these small crevices because you get stuck much more often rather than when just running around, as you can see here. I'm trying to actually take advantage of the 3 minutes of the potion to the maximum because you can't drink any more potions, and I didn't bring wine, which, by the way, wine is very useful. You can just extend your potion buffs. A lot of people use it on the end game. If you guys are interested on that, do look up some guides. It is one of the most OP things that you can wear. Even then, you can just not use resistance rings at that point because you just extend your buffs forever with wine. And you can just use some of the other items that I mentioned. There's quite a couple of these levels. There's actually a lot of treasure here. On the left side, you can see some bookcases and some gem blocks, as well as some blocks that you can open as crates. But honestly, the main goal of this video is to just get to the treasure room where all the very good stuff is. If you want to beat some of the bosses that we're going to be seeing, I will be defeating just a couple of them, not all of them. You do get brutal coins and brutal coin fragments. For more information on that, I do heavily recommend that you look at my other video that just traverses the brutal tower and goes over the very basics so you avoid as many spoilers as possible. Since this is, full of spoilers, it is a full completion of this tower. From start to end, but not for the bosses themselves. Honestly, this is just enough to get through with it. Yeah, instead of a saber, you can use other weapons, but I like it because it just improves the amount of damage that you absorb with the saber itself. It's nice. Yeah, always survivability over everything else. We got a little bit unlucky here. This is what we're looking here. Yeah, for this entrance, actually. You can also get some other generations taking inside of the Brutal Tower. Let me see if I can go up. I'm actually very scared of going just straight up flying because I can get hit with a Dispel. Alright, we're gonna make a run for it. Let's see if we get lucky, and oh, I got hit. I lost a buff. Alright, okay, just gotta be careful. Not too bad. Alright, so what happened right there is that the monsters in this spiral staircase room actually have the ability to inflict you with Dispel, which is a negative potion effect that gets rid of all positive potion effects, including flying. So that's why it's so difficult to fly through here. If you're a dragon, it won't really affect you. A permanent dragon, that is, but really having that is very unlikely at this point of the game if you're going for it early, honestly. Yeah, you know what? I should probably use a diamond axe right here, but I'm just being a little bit lazy. Yeah. Alright, just missing a little bit of water. Let's go with a diamond axe. These are some of the niche blocks that you will be using this axe for. You don't need any efficiency on it, honestly, since it's very few blocks. If you do want to add some, then sure, go for it. It's kind of nice, but you need higher gathering levels. So keep that in mind. If you want to use a dragon axe, you will need 24 gathering. Well, list, I believe it's 16 or 18 gathering for just a diamond axe, which is much. Oh, God. Yeah, a small piece of information is that here. Oh, God, no. Oof, we got lucky there. Man, yeah, we have to go through all that once more. That's okay. It's normal. I just want to showcase what a normal traversal looks like. If you fall into the center of this room, you will actually go into the next realm, which is the underneath. And you want to avoid that because that means you'll have to restart this whole tower again. And it is pretty dangerous, so keep that in mind. There's a lot of guaranteed infernal... Oh god, not again! Yeah, even if they don't see you, they're not aggroing you. As long as they have a line of sight directly towards you, you can get afflicted with the gravity buff they have. So they just push and pull you in. It is actually very annoying. So keeping the webhook on at all times, it is highly recommended. Oh wait, why can I not break that? I'm actually having a lot of trouble. Yeah, let's break this spawner right here. Just make sure we don't have to deal with as many enemies. Let's block these area over here. That way we can avoid ourselves from getting into too much trouble. Alright, now that we're here, we are much better off. Can I break this maybe with an axe? Yeah, there we go. Oh, okay, it is a parasitic log. Okay, interesting to know. Just a piece of information. Here, I just recommend going up in these kinds of corners and go towering with blocks and blocking yourself from the sides because you do not want to get pushed into the middle of that room. That will mean that you'll have to initiate this whole section again. It's actually happened a couple of times to me in the past, so if it happens to you, don't worry, you're not alone. A lot of people have fallen for that. This is a very annoying room. But at least it's very straightforward. Yeah, one of the more annoying rooms out of all of them in terms of navigation, but yeah. There we go. Yeah, a couple more of these blocks. Not too bad. Oh, wait, this is where I was actually before. Oh, you can't hook yourself onto obsidian. That's interesting. I know there's a couple of blocks that you can't hook onto for some reason. I do not know why, but there we go. From the side. Yeah, there's blocks that you actually can't use this on, so it's always a very good point of information. Just know that. Gotta block the side so we do not get pushed outside of this area. We already did get pushed twice. Yeah, quite a couple of these. It is a slow traversal, but it is worth it. Do keep in mind that if you also transform into a dragon with a potion of dragon transformation, you actually will lose that buff from Dispel as well. So, yeah, just point of information if you guys are planning to use dragon transformation potions. Honestly, this is one of the safest methods. Just keep on going up this way. You can also tower by using a lot of just blocks. Any block works. I just like obsidian, honestly, personal preference. Not as efficient here because the webhook does not stick onto it for that unfortunate incident earlier. That's totally okay though. I feel that we're very close to the top, yeah. All these blocks of wood that I am opening have pretty good treasures and baubles, so there's a good chance you could get something good here, like Aussie liners as well, some healing items. You can check them out, but I don't really bother too much. What I care the most about is enchantments, some of the end baubles, as well as the special loot that you can get at the very end too. You honestly want to defeat a lot of the bosses and mini-bosses here to get some of the better enchantments, but if you're just, yeah, upgrading your character or your progression in this game, just the final loot room will have more than enough, yeah, for this point, I'd say. Yeah, protection 4, yikes. Just making it extra safe right here. Gotta be careful. Points of information. So I did say that at minimum you should have protection 4 to be wearing here, because protection 4 gives you 16% damage reduction per level for a total of 1632, 64 at level 4 protection. Advanced protection gives you 24% instead. So theoretically you would get about, what, 96% at advanced protection 4, which is very good. However, protection damage reduction is capped at, oh god, at 80% in total. So even if you have like protection 10, it'll cap out at 80% damage reduction from that source. However, it does multiplicatively stack with other items like Iron Skin from the L menu that I mentioned at the very beginning. It also stacks with the Saver damage reduction. It stacks with adaptive damage from Sentient and Living Armor, etc., etc. Here I'm just being very careful. Yeah, I do not want to get in the line of sight or get seen at all. It doesn't look too bad. We can probably go here, open this up. There we go. Okay, hurry. Ah, perfect. Okay, we're good. Yeah, that's one of the most annoying parts done. There are quite a couple of traps here too. Just be careful. Here, I'm just clearing out this area so I can make sure we did not disrupt the dragon on the top. That's what the next room is up there. Yeah, we're done with the spiral staircase. So up here, I'm gonna be shifting. You can sometimes hear the dragon that spawns up there. It actually drops some pretty good loot, and I recommend killing him. You do not have to, but oh wow, oh god. Oof, yeah, let's buff up. That was luckily unlucky. All right, yeah, okay. Yeah, sometimes you can see him here flying around or on the other side of the room. Sometimes he's sleeping. It's all RNG, so honestly, I was planning on using the bow, but I got lucky, and I can just out-heal him with my lifesteal enchantment on my weapon and the buff that I have currently on me. It's getting pretty chilly, as you can see on the temperature gauge down there, so if you did bring a method of reducing your coldness down, and use that. There we go. See, look at all this loot. Pretty good. Blood gems are going to be important for later. A lot of gems and some rare items here and there. Now, oh yeah, there's a lot of traps. Right here, I am shifting because I did not want to get aggroed by all the enemies. It'll get really laggy and they'll just keep on spawning more enemies. I do not want to touch that green stuff because that will debuff me. That is dead blood. What that does is that it causes corrosion and dispel, so it debuffs you. Right here, you could tower up, but I'm going to try to webhook in a second. Yeah, see how it's getting pretty laggy? There's a lot of traps. All right, we're going to do a mixture of towering and webhook. Oh, wait, did I hit an enemy? Oh, that was an unlucky Reaper too. See that? You do not want to get hit by that. That can be a death sentence if you get feared. Oh wow, okay, there we go, nice. Alright, now we gotta be very careful. Let me put a block here. Come on, there we go. We just gotta keep on going straight up. That's all we want to do. You can actually mine through this room. You can go up this way, there we go. Gotta clear the area just a little bit. And do not break the block that you're exactly flying on top of. I am shifting right now, so keep that in mind. That actually makes your detection range of enemies much lower. Gotta be careful here because sometimes parasites can spawn, some pretty big ones too. Alright, oh, there's one, but that's not too bad, that's not too bad. Well, let's keep on going. Alright, now you can go into any of the rooms. There's actually 4 rooms. Oh, that was close call. Yeah, it doesn't matter. These are the Vase Rooms. There's actually a total of, what, 4 times 2, that's 8. Each one has 2 to the left and right side. Those are not too bad. Yeah, I can start walking again. So, if you go into these doors, they have a lot of ancient coins. Sometimes they do have some enchantment books with some, with a lot of enchants on them. But, yeah, just take your pick. There's also a lot of gold nuggets in the floor. You can check out all the rooms if you really want to. They're kind of okay, but you'll get plenty of these on the end loot room, honestly. Alright, now going down... Oh, hey, buddy. Yeah, let's check out... Oh, wow, yeah. Oh, there we go. We found an enchanted book. Wait, was that advanced Oh, no, advanced fire protection. Yeah, if it's not advanced protection, every other kind of advanced protection is just... Yeah, subpar. Honestly, advanced protection protects you against every damage source, and I don't know why they made it that way. For like fire protection, sure, it has like some very small benefits of like reducing the amount of fire takes or blast protection, but ultimately, just get normal protection. Yeah. I mind there because I didn't want to swim all the way across lava. Honestly, this is one of the main points why I'm using a fire dragon eye. It makes it 1,000 times easier to go through here. You can also use a potion of heat. This is literally the only area you care about using that here. You could also use water or any other resources, but that's fine. Alright, here we're going to the last annoying section, the maze. Again, I heavily recommend that you guys actually go through the maze by following the other video guide that just streamlines the whole pathway to the very end. Do check it out. I'm going to be trying to find... Oh my god! Oh, it got stuck in the door! Okay, it got stuck in the door. Yeah, this is one of the enemies that can spawn here, and it does a lot of damage. Oh, that was close. That was very close. Did it drop a brutal fragment or something? No, it doesn't seem like it. That's fine. Yeah, those are very, very dangerous. Watch out. You could also sometimes get a simulated Enderman walking through this area. But since it's so shallow and there's a lot of blocks or very little space for big enemies to spawn, it is very unlikely that some of the bigger parasites will spawn in these rooms. You will get a lot of sticky rat mobs as well as the walking heads. So watch out for that, because this is actually one of the main reasons you do not want to deal with... See that? Yeah, sticky. They have sticky, which takes your weapon away. They'll pick it up and they'll actually run away with your weapon, leaving you weaponless. So this is one of the main reasons you want to have the Curse of Possession on you, which doesn't allow them to do that. However, it is a double-edged sword. You cannot lose it from your hand, but it can disappear if you die. So if you die, you might as well consider your weapon gone forever. Yeah. So let's keep on going here. Just releasing as many of these as I can. There we go. Perfect. Alternatively, if you not want to lose your item or get it stickied, I believe arrowing them or bolting them won't do anything. You know what? Usually I would look for the entrance that I put on the video for the bookcase, but there's actually an upper area, like on the upper area of the maze, you can find another entrance, and I know that it's somewhere around here. Oh, there it is. See that block? Yeah, that like protruding gray block. Yeah, here it is. I know it's in this area because there's that like that steel bridge that you can find. I'm going to be very careful here because there's very likely going to be a lot of different parasites. Sorry, I do have hypothermia right now because it's very cold and I didn't bring anything to counter it. It's not a big deal. However, it does stack with time, so the longer you have hypothermia, the faster the ticks of damage will run. However, since we do have the... hold on, I'm trying to get rid of this thumper really quickly. Sorry about that. Okay, perfect. Yeah, since we do have the cross necklace, it'll actually cap it at how often we can get damaged by hypothermia. But we'll be fine. We're almost at the middle section. Just gotta be very careful. Oh god. That is, yeah, an Enderman. Yeah, a simulated Enderman. Did we get it? Alright, just gotta be very careful. Yeah, those things can teleport absolutely everywhere, so that's why I'm being very careful here. I just want to clear out this bottom bookcase room to make sure that we can have like a safe little area for ourselves before we continue. Because I do not want anything coming or creeping up behind us just because it spawned and it had enough space to. Alright, oh, here it is, yeah, the spawner. Not bad, okay, yeah, it's clear, it's clear. Now we can definitely keep on going. If you go down that hallway, that's where you actually find the main path that I mentioned on the other video that I heavily recommend for the Brutal Tower. Alright, let's see. Oh, that's one of the mini-bosses. I believe it drops a Brutal Coin. Oh my god, he's taking almost no damage at all. Alright, maybe we can, yeah, sort him. Let me buff up real quick. On the middle, you can see a lot of boxes there. There's a lot of treasures, but honestly that room is very dangerous, so I'm going to kind of go around it. I'm going to skip it. You can actually hug the side of this wall and go up this side. You can break these blocks because I'm going to scale it. Oh, wow. I did not expect a spider up here. Is he being hit? Oh, okay, perfect. Looks good. Yeah, I'm shifting all this time. All this time I've been shifting so I do not get detected. I'm being very careful. Alright. Not too bad. Oh, look at all those monsters. Okay, yeah, I'm glad we took this path. I do not want to deal with them. These are all actually traps. They have a lot of very deadly arrows. I don't think they'd kill us, but I do not want to trigger the enemies or cause more lag, so... Yep, that was very close. Yeah, we're going down this way, down this pathway. There's another trap being activated, but it's beneath me, it's fine. Oh, there was another spawner. Alright, let's keep on going. I'm still shifting, I'm being very careful. We got very lucky. If you go down there in the middle, there's more treasures, but I'm not gonna bother. Alright, this next room, we're almost there. Let's see, oh, some parasites, okay. Let's get rid of them really quickly. Okay, perfect. Is this a rupture? Yeah, it looks like it. Let's break the... There's actually 2 spawners inside. We gotta get rid of them really quickly. I left the obsidian there, so I did not get surprise attacked by anything. Come on. Alright. Let's hurry. There should be one more. Come on. There it is, and let's check that no parasites... let me block this first. Let's check that no parasites are up here. Oh, there is one. Alright. Yeah, I gotta be careful. Let's block this pathway too. Oh, wow, lucky. Did you drop anything cool? Oh, didn't drop anything. Oh, summoner cores are pretty nice. Alright, let's get it. Let's block this so when we come back... Oh my god! Oh, wow, I should have definitely checked that room. This is where the Waystone is. Alright, yeah, you can take a breather here and go back to the base, cure yourself, do anything you need to. Okay, at this point, I actually died on the other tower recording. And in order to just do like one single recording that's nice and hadn't tampered all the blocks that I needed to break, I just decided to do it from another tower instead. I got all of my gear back except for the sword, so I had to remake it, but this is essentially would be as if we would be continuing anyways. Okay, so here, this is one of the bosses you can find here. It's pretty scary. It hits very hard, but oh wow, we're getting all sneak attacks. That is very lucky. Yeah, probably because of the placement of the blocks. Usually it could break some of these blocks, but I think it's in a weird angle that it can't. This monster in particular, if I do recall correctly, grabs blocks and throws them at you. But it seems we're okay. He actually drops a brutal coin too. I want to get rid of him so we can walk. There's a lot of monsters, parasites here. Okay, these two did see me. I am shifting. I'm gonna go all the way around, actually, because there's a lot of monsters there. I need to, yeah, let me get even further. I am fly shifting. You can do that. Just double click on jump so you're flying, and at the same time leave shift click so you're sneak flying. I know it sounds weird, but all right. Yeah, okay, they're getting distracted with that. And here's the room. Okay. Let me break that. And we're gonna get onto the elevator. Yeah. Honestly, I didn't solve the maze, so I'm just gonna fly all the way up here. I did drink a potion of flight. You can drink potions of flight now, by the way, because you're above Y70 by this point, so you'll be fine. Just go through all these liquids, you'll be totally fine. It's fine, don't worry about it. All right, we're at the very tip top of the tower. I'm not gonna bother with this guy. You can, yeah, okay, we can take it. Wait, did I get potion sickness? Oh my god, I got potion sickness. It messed up my inventory. That's one of the small chance things that can happen. Okay, that's a little bit annoying. We're okay, I just need to organize my inventory really quickly. I wanted to bait that boss out of the middle so I can break into it and sneak away. Gotta hurry up, All right, it's not too, oh wow. He broke the ceiling, okay. Looks like there's ooze up there. Yeah, the boss can't see him anymore. You can take him down if you have enough DPS, but I'm not gonna bother. I just want to go onto the next rooms and go into the last loot room because it starts getting much more dangerous as we keep on going down. Yeah, I want to get rid of as many of these monsters as possible. Oh god. All right. We're okay. Just very, very close. That was close. Yeah. Oh, what a disaster. Look at all the chaos that has ensued just from a couple of interactions. You can imagine what the other tower looked like by this point. We're going to break the block. This is one of the niche places you're going to be using the axe. These guys appear so often. Yeah, there's a lot of these enemies here. So you just got to hurry up. They do drop a lot of baubles too, so it's kind of nice. Oh, they pushed me out. I wanted to go into the middle. I am shifting. I'm always shifting. All this direction is going to be important. Okay, let's go, Pop. Let's go. This is the flying parasite room. I do not like this room. We just went straight into the next room. Okay, we're fine now. I'm breaking the blocks on the side here because I do not want to trigger the trap that has some dead blood, and I'll get debuffed with this spell. I want to keep my flight potion up still, so be careful here. All those treasure chests that you saw back there have a lot of nice treasures too, but I'm not going to bother. They don't have anything that I want. It's mostly ores. And here, I'm just going straight into the next room. Oh god. I am shifting. Yeah, these bosses are pretty strong, so watch out. I got inflicted with potion sickness. If you get very unlucky, you can be inflicted with some atrocious potion effects. Potion sickness is a potion effect that gives you other negative potions. It usually only triggers when you have 12 or more potions at the same time. Well, 13 or more potions on you at the same time. And it'll trigger random bad potions on you. So yeah, just be very careful. I got kind of lucky that it didn't get anything worse. I was not aware of that. Some of these other guys could also inflict potion sickness. I'm having a lot of trouble breaking that. That is a very solid block. I have an efficiency 5 dragon bone pickaxe. Now let me get rid of this guy. I know it's a little bit boring. There are a lot of treasures. I call this the developer room because there's parasites called developers around here. We can't see them right now because we're kind of in the middle of the room, quite literally. I want to get some blocks to block out the dead blood. I do not want to get debuffed because I still have the flight potion on me. And going down that can mean a lot of trouble. Yeah, so I'm making sure that I block that off. I also am getting hypothermia again. It's very cold. I forgot to bring a Ender Queen crown to avoid the ticks of damage. Or, yeah. What's the other one? Oof, yikes. Oh my god, this is a very solid ladder. No wonder they put it there. Yeah, now I gotta get rid of... Oh, there it is. Yeah, I gotta get rid of this dead blood. I could also use a bucket of water, but I think it would be too much trouble. I think this is a little bit easier. There we go. Perfect. There we go. All right, next room is the final boss room, but if we go quick enough, nothing will actually spawn. So I'm gonna do this as quickly as I can. Be careful, I am flying, and I'm being careful. Oh, wait. Okay, wait. I think we did it. Yeah. Shivaxi usually spawns here. This is like the final boss room, but I think we broke it so fast that he didn't have a chance to spawn. All right, perfect. Yeah, don't have to bother with that. So here, we did it. Congratulations, guys. It is possible with this gear. Oh, maybe you can do it with even less, but I don't recommend it. This is the, you can get a lot of loot. The illegal enchantment weapon is right there in the middle. Congratulations. Let's see what this one has in particular. I want to check out. It has, let's see. Oh, Supreme Fire Aspect 5. That's not really good, honestly. But yeah, you can use it if you want to. There's actually loot. The most important one are these pots at Brutal Coin, the Summon Orb, and the other Brutal Coin. Just pro tip, there's check out all of these chests. Do not let your guard down. There's still quite a couple of traps here. You can spawn some parasites, but overall you should be fine in general. So watch out for that. Check out all the chests. There's actually dragon bone blocks. There's some Sinusite lanterns. There's a lot of gold. There's a lot of ancient coins around here. Yeah, see, heart containers, great enchantments as well. You can get lucky. Maybe you get supreme sharpness if you don't have it already. Yeah, just have fun. Get everything that you can. You can go to the previous rooms too, or sometime return here too. I don't know if you guys didn't see, but in the middle of the room, there's actually a Waystone. Oh, and there's also treasures beneath the throne itself. Oh, wait. Yeah, see that? You can get some parasites spawning here. Yeah, beneath the throne room, there's some gem blocks, so make sure you check them out. Yeah, see that? Magma blocks, whatever that is, obsidian. Hope you enjoyed it. Thank you very much for watching. If you have any more suggestions, questions, feel free to comment down below.